أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدًا حي على الصلاة حي على حي على الفلاح حي على الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدًا عبده ورسوله أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين हज़रत सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम के एक सहाबी
Hazrat Jabir bin Abdullah was a companion of the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him. He was the son of Hazrat Abdullah bin Amr bin Haram, and Abdullah bin Amr bin Haram was the companion with regards to whom I narrated in a Friday sermon a few weeks ago, that upon his martyrdom, the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, stated that Allah the Almighty asked him, what is it that he wished for? And he replied that, O Allah, my wish is that I be given life again and to be returned to the world again, so that I may attain martyrdom again for your cause. But since this is against the practice of Allah the Almighty, therefore Allah the Almighty stated that I cannot do this, for the dead cannot be returned to the world. Therefore, tell me if there is anything else. In any case, this narration highlights his standard of sacrifice and also his exceptional treatment by Allah the Almighty.
इसके अलावा बताओ क्या बात है? तो बहरहाल इससे इनकी कुर्बानी के मयार और अल्लाह ताला के उनसे गैर मामूली सलूक का पता चलता है.
Hazrat Jabir bin Abdullah was the son of a great companion, and he had performed Bai't, i.e. the pledge of initiation, at the occasion of the second pledge at Uqba, i.e. Baitul Sani, while he was only a child. With regards to the narrations about Hazrat Abdullah bin Amr bin Haram, it was also mentioned that he said to his son that the debt which I owe to one of the Jews, sell the fruits from the orchard and return it to him upon my martyrdom. And thus he paid it back according to that instruction. Moreover, it was the custom in those days that people used to borrow money against the assurance to pay back through the upcoming yield from orchards and crops. And thus, Hazrat Jabir also used to borrow money in order to cover his expenses. In regards to this, we find one detailed narration of how he once said to a Jew at the time of paying back his debt that this time around the profit from the orchard had been poor, or that it was expected to be poor due to a poor yield, and therefore he should be lenient regarding paying back the debt, and that he should take some of it now and take some in the coming years. However, the Jew was not ready to grant any ease. Hazrat Abdullah bin Jabir came to the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, during this stressful situation, or the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, himself found out about it. And so the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, appealed to the Jew, but he did not agree. Later, how the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, showed his kindness to this companion of his with regards to paying off of his debt. How he prayed for him, and how Allah the Almighty then bestowed His grace upon him. All of this has been mentioned in various narrations. I shall also mention here that some people are of the opinion that this particular narration is concerning the paying off of the debt of Hazrat Abdullah bin Amr, i.e. the father of Hazrat Jabir, about which he had advised his son to pay back.
ये कहते हैं कि हज़रत अब्दुल्ला बिन अमर यानी हज़रत जाबिर के वालिद जो थे उनके कर्ज़ की अदायगी के सिलसिले में ये वाक़या बयान करते हैं जो
In any case, at that time the yield was poor and it was difficult to pay back that debt. And later, as I mentioned, the matter came to the attention of the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him. However, the narration found in Sahih al-Bukhari indicates that it was a later incident. But regardless of how it is understood, it highlights the kindness of the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, towards his companions, and it also shows the miracle of his prayers.
जो भी हो हज़रत सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम की अपने सहाबा से शफ़क़त और आप सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम की कबूलियत दुआ का
Hazrat
मौजज़ा
Jabir bin Abdullah narrates that there was a Jew in Medina who used to borrow me some money until my orchard of dates had produced the next yield.
रवायत करते हैं कि मदीने
This
में
piece of land of mine was situated on the way to the well named Roma. Once a whole year had passed, however, it bore little fruit and it wasn't even fully ripe.
मेरी ये ज़मीन रोमा नामी कुएं वाले रास्ते पर
And during the season of harvesting the fruit, the same Jew came, as was his custom, in order to receive the loan taken from him.
लगा और पूरी तरह
However, I had not harvested any fruit that year.
फल की बर्दाश्त के मौसम में
He further states
वो यहूदी
that I requested respite from him for another year. However, he refused. He intended that perhaps in this way the entire garden will fall into his possession.
कहते हैं कि मैंने इससे मज़ीद एक साल की मोहलत मांगी लेकिन उसने इनकार कर दिया.
And so the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, was informed about this incident, upon which he said to his companions that come and let us seek respite from the Jew on behalf of Jabir.
इस वाक़े की खबर
He says that the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, along with a few companions, entered my garden and spoke to the Jew. However, the Jew said that, O Abu Qasim, I will not give him any respite. He addressed the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, in this manner. Observing this conduct of the Jew, the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, walked around the date palms once. He then returned and spoke to the Jew once again. However, he refused again. He says that in the meantime, I took some dates from the garden and presented them to the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, which he ate. Following this, he said that Jabir, where in this garden is the hut or place where you rest? And so I informed the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, upon which he said, that spread for me a mat there, so that I may rest there for a few moments. He says that I acted in accordance with his instruction, and the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, fell asleep there. When he woke up, I once again brought to him a handful of dates. The Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, ate some of them, stood up and spoke to the Jew once again. However, he refused. The Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, once again walked around the garden and said to me that Jabir, harvest the dates and pay off the loan taken from the Jew. I started to harvest the fruit, and in the meantime, the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, remained standing in the date palms. He says that I harvested the fruit and paid off the entire loan taken from the Jew, and some dates were even left over. I informed the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, of this good news, upon which he said that I bear witness that I am the messenger of Allah. And this miracle, this extraordinary incident that transpired, as Allah the Almighty hears my prayers and He blesses my endeavors.
ये मोइज़ा जो हुआ ये कोई गैर मामूली जो वाक़या हुआ इसलिए हुआ
Thus, where we observe in this incident the blessings of the fruit as a result of the kindness and the acceptance of the prayers of the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him. There we also witness the anxiousness of the companions in relation to paying off the debt. Thus, this is the spirit which should be the distinctive characteristic of a true believer.
वहाँ कर्ज़ की अदायगी के लिए सहाबा की बेचैनी भी नज़र आती है।
At times,
बस ये
we
रूह है
observe in our society
जो
that
हकीकी
despite calling
मोमिन
ourselves Ahmadis, we do not pay any heed
एक
towards
ख़ास
this
इम्तियाज़ होनी चाहिए।
and prolong the matter of paying off debts. At times, years pass by and even lawsuits are filed. Thus, we should also always remember this and remember these words of the promised Messiah, alayhi salatu wassalam,
टाल मटोल से काम लेते हैं, सालों
that
गुजर
after
जाते
doing
हैं,
the bayat with me,
मुकदमे चल रहे होते
by
हैं,
pledging allegiance to me, you
बस हमें
should
भी
adopt
हमेशा याद
and follow
रखना
the
चाहिए
examples of the companions,
और हज़रत
as
मसीह
only
मौऊद
then can that
अलैहिस्सलाम
wonderful society be formed,
के ये अल्फाज याद रखने
which was to be
चाहिए
formed following the advent of the
कि मेरी
Mahdi
बैत
and the
में आने के
Messiah.
बाद फिर सहाबा के नमूनों को अपने ऊपर लागू करो, वो अपनाओ, तभी वो खूबसूरत मुआशरा कायम हो सकता है जो महदी और मसीह के आने के बाद
Then
कायम
there is
होगा।
another narration by Hazrat Jabir in regards to the importance of paying off debts. But prior to this, I will narrate another
कर्ज
incident.
की
In some narrations, it is
अदायगी की
mentioned
अहमियत के बारे में
that when Hazrat Umar found out that the debt had been paid off, he also
भी
came to
हज़रत
that place.
जाफर से एक रिवायत बयान की जाती है
And the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him,
लेकिन
said
इससे
to
पहले
Hazrat Umar
ये वाक़या
to
बयान
ask
कर
Hazrat
दूं
Jabir what had just happened.
कि बाद रिवायत में आता है
Upon this,
कि
Hazrat Umar
जब ये
replied
पता लगा
that
कर्ज
there
अदा
is
हो
no
गया,
need for me to ask.
हज़रत उमर भी
The reason for
आए
this
वहाँ
is that when you
Hazrat
walked
Umar
around the garden once,
से
I was
आमद
certain
ने
that
फरमाया
his entire debt would now be paid off.
कि
Furthermore,
इससे
when you
पूछो क्या
walked
वाक़या
around
हुआ?
the second time, this certainty
तो
of
आपने कहा
mine
मुझे
grew
पूछने की
even
ज़रूरत
stronger.
नहीं, क्योंकि जब आपने बाग का एक चक्कर लगाया था तो मुझे यकीन हो गया था कि अब ये पूरे का पूरा कर्ज इसका अदा हो जाएगा, और जब दूसरा चक्कर लगाया
As I mentioned earlier,
तो मज़ीद पुख्ता
an
यकीन हो
account
गया।
in relation to the importance of paying off debts is narrated by Hazrat Jabir that once a companion
मैंने
passed
कहा,
away
इसकी
while he
कर्ज
was
की
in debt
अदायगी
by
की
2
अहमियत
dinar.
के बारे
And the Holy
में
Prophet, peace be upon
Hazrat
him,
Jabir से एक
refused to
रिवायत बयान की
personally
जाती
offer
है
his funeral prayer.
कि एक सहाबी पर 2 दिनार का कर्ज था,
Upon this, another companion took the
और उसकी
responsibility
वफ़ात हो गई।
of paying off his debt,
उस पर
as a
हज़रत
result of
सल्लल्लाहु
which
अलैहि
the Holy
वसल्लम ने
Prophet, peace be upon him, led
खुद
his
उसका
funeral prayer.
जनाजा पढ़ने से इनकार कर दिया।
The following day,
दूसरे साहबी
the Holy
ने
Prophet, peace be
ज़मानत
upon
दी।
him, questioned the person who took this
तो
responsibility,
इस बात पर फिर आपने
saying
कि मैं
that
जिम्मेदारी
the
लेता हूँ कर्ज
responsibility
उतारने की,
of 2 dinar which you took
आपने
upon
जनाजा
yourself,
पढ़ाया,
have you
और
paid
अगले
it
दिन
off or
फिर
not?
उस जिम्मा
Hence,
लेने वाले से
this
पूछा
is the importance of
कि
paying off
तुमने जो 2
debts,
दिनार
and this is
अपने
the
जिम्मे
concern
लेने
one should have.
जिम्मे लिए थे वो अदा भी कर दिए हैं कि नहीं?
Then, another narration by
बस ये
Hazrat
अहमियत
Jabir
है
is found that the Holy Prophet, peace be upon
कर्ज
him,
की अदायगी
stated
की।
that if a believer
फिक्र
leaves
होनी
some
चाहिए।
wealth and property, it is received
लेकिन
by his family and relatives.
हज़रत जाबर से ये भी रिवायत मिलती है,
Furthermore, if he leaves
हाँ
a
सल्लल्लाहु
debt
अलैहि वसल्लम फरमाया
and his property and
कि
the
अगर
wealth
कोई
that he
मोमिन
leaves behind are
माल
not
छोड़
sufficient
जाए,
in order to pay off that debt,
तो ये उसके अहलो याल को मिलता
or
है
in the case that
जो
he
भी
leaves
जायदाद
behind
छोड़ेगा।
children without any
और
means
अगर
of
कोई
support,
कर्ज छोड़ जाए
then his orphan
और
children
जायदाद भी हो
and the payment
और
of the debt
तरका में
will be taken care of.
उसकी गुंजाइश ना हो कि पूरा कर्ज अदा हो सके, या
In other words, the
बेसहारा
government and those in
औलाद
authority
छोड़
will
जाए,
take the responsibility for this.
तो उसकी बेसहारा औलाद और कर्ज
The
की
upbringing of
अदायगी
orphans
का इंतजाम
and making
किया
arrangements
जाएगा।
for their expenditures
यानी
have been
हुकूमत
greatly
ये
emphasized
करेगी,
in the Holy Quran.
जिम्मेदार लोग ये करेंगे। यतीम की
And it is for this reason
परवरिश
that the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, stated that this is the responsibility of the government.
अखराजात का इंतजाम करना,
And it seems
इसकी बहुत
as
ज़्यादा
if these
तलकीन
2
इस्लाम में की
narrations
गई।
refer to 2 different
इसी वजह
occasions.
से
Whereas, on the
आपने
one
ये
hand, the
फरमाया
Holy Prophet,
कि
peace
हुकूमत
be
की
upon
जिम्मेदारी
him,
है।
is refusing to offer the funeral
लगता है
prayer
कि
of a
एक मौका
person who
ये
is
दो जो
indebted by
मुख्तलिफ
2
रिवायतें
dinar.
हैं, एक
And on
तरफ
the
तो
other
आपने
hand, he said that this is my responsibility
2
and the
dinar
responsibility of the government
कर्ज वाले
to
का
repay
जनाजा
it.
पढ़ाने से इनकार किया, दूसरी तरफ आपने फरमाया
Therefore, it seems as if
कि
these are 2 different
जिम्मेदारी है मेरी,
occasions. The first
हुकूमत
incident
की
indicates
जिम्मेदारी
the
है।
importance of debts
ये
to
दो
those that
मुख्तलिफ
unnecessarily
मौके
take
लग
loans.
रहे हैं।
Therefore, their relatives and those left
पहले
behind them are emphasized to
बिला
take the
वजह कर्ज लेने वालों को ये
responsibility
समझाने
of
के
paying
लिए
off their debts, if they are able
कि
to do so.
कर्ज की बड़ी अहमियत है
And on the other occasion,
और उसके
the
लवाहिकीन
Islamic
को
government has been
और करीबियों
declared
को
responsible for the
अगर वो
upbringing of orphan children
इस जिम्मेदारी को
and the repayment of the loan
अदा करना
if the
चाहिए।
property left behind by the
और
deceased
दूसरे मौके
person
पर
does not suffice in order to pay
इस्लामी
off that
हुकूमत
loan.
की ये
Then
जिम्मेदारी
the
करार दी
government should
गई
take the responsibility
कि
for its
यतीम बच्चों की
repayment.
परवरिश और
Therefore,
मरने वाले
this
की
is a
अगर
lesson for
जायदाद
the Islamic
तफसील ना हो
government
सके
which has been taught to us by the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, as to how we, the Muslim governments, should care for our citizens. However, it is most unfortunate that the rights of citizens are mostly usurped under the Muslim governments.
इस्लामी हुकूमतों को अपनी रियाया का ख्याल रखना चाहिए, लेकिन बदकिस्मती से सबसे ज़्यादा रियाया के हुकूक जो मारे जा
Another
रहे हैं,
incident in relation to the kindness of the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, towards Hazrat Jabir is found. The narrator states that I approached Hazrat Jabir bin Abdullah and said that please narrate whatever you have heard from the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him. Hazrat Jabir said that I was accompanying the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam once on a journey. The narrator says that I am not aware whether this journey was in relation to a battle or the umrah, i.e. the mandatory lesser form of pilgrimage. Nonetheless, when we returned to Medina, the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, said that whoever wishes to return to his family sooner may do so. Hazrat Jabir said that upon hearing this, we quickly departed. I was riding on one of my camels, which was of a khaki color, and it was free from any blemish, and people were following me. I was riding along as the camel came to a complete stop and refused to move, even after I commanded it to move. The Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, saw this and said to me that Jabir, sit on the camel somewhat firmly. Following this, the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, then tapped the camel with his stick. As a result of which, the camel jumped from its place and started to walk rather briskly. The Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, then said that, are you willing to sell this camel? I replied that yes, I am willing to sell it. So when we reached Medina, the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, entered the mosque with several of his companions. And I also went with him and tied the camel in a corner on the stone floor in front of the mosque. I then said to the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, that this is your camel. The Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, came outside and walked around the camel and then said that this camel is our camel. The Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, then sent several gold coins and stated, give this to Jabir. He then said, have you received the payment in full? I replied, yes, I have received it. The Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, then said that this payment and the camel is yours. Thus, very affectionately, the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, returned the camel and paid for it as well. One possible reason for this could be that according to one narration, this camel was used to transport water, and Hazrat Jabir's uncles and relatives would also use it for that purpose. And so perhaps they had objected as to why it was sold and how could they bring water without it. Nonetheless, such was the affection of the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, towards his companions and the children of those companions who offered great sacrifices. May Allah the Almighty elevate the status of these companions. I often share various incidents such as these. May Allah the Almighty enable us to continue in their virtues and apply them in our own lives. After this short sermon, I shall now speak about two sincere individuals. The first is respected Bilal Adalbi Sahib from Syria. He got severely injured in a car accident which occurred a few days ago and passed away on 17th March 2018 at 1:30 in the night. The cause of death was due to heart failure. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Surely to Allah we belong, and to Him shall we return. Bilal Sahib was born in 1978, and when he was 17 years old, an Ahmadi brother found him some work in Dr. Musallim Mutlabi Sahib's company. There he was introduced to the Jamaat and other Ahmadis and took the oath of allegiance, i.e. the Bai'at, A short while thereafter, Dr. Sahib states, since 2010, we have been performing prayers in different Ahmadi homes in Syria. This year, after returning from Qadian, I began to offer prayers with the group that would go to Bilal Sahib's house for prayers. Bilal Sahib welcomed me with immense enthusiasm due to the fact that he had accepted Ahmadiyya through me. Hospitality was among his traits. However, he was grateful to me and would say that I found the way to Ahmadiyya through you, and he would be very courteous towards me. The local president writes about him that Bilal Sahib owned a sports garment store and would assist those brothers in need by offering them clothes. He would do so even to the extent that if his store did not have any clothes, he would purchase them from somewhere else in order to provide for others. He was a very honorable person, and he could not bear seeing any Ahmadi in such a state where they did not have anything to wear. And if he noticed anyone experiencing hardship, he would strive to fulfill their needs through any means possible. He would take great care of his children. He admitted them in the best schools. The local president further states that we were offering prayers at his home 2 days prior to his demise. The finance secretary informed us that Bilal Sahib had paid all his due payments towards Wasiyat, Tehreek-e-Jadid and Waqf-e-Jadid. In fact, he had purchased a new piece of land which he also included in his Wasiyat. He regularly paid his chanda and kept its record. He served others and took great care in his observance of prayers and worship. He had a deep attachment with Khilafat, and he would listen to every sermon. In fact, the local president writes that when I used to present the summary of the Friday sermon the following week, he would be weeping whilst covering his face and would always say that it seems as if the Khalifa of the time is talking about me or he is directly talking to me. He leaves behind an 11-year-old son and a 12-year-old daughter. His elder brother is an Ahmadi and lives in Germany, but his other two brothers and a sister are not Ahmadis, and therefore he faced a lot of opposition from them. However, God Almighty influenced them in such a way that at the time of the funeral prayer, his brother said that you Ahmadis can offer the funeral prayer and you can offer it inside our mosque. There is no restriction. The local president states that thus, by the grace of God Almighty, many people offered his funeral prayer behind us. The second person who I shall mention about is Salima Mir Sahiba, the former president of Lajna Imaila Karachi. She was the wife of Abdul Qadir Dar Sahib, and she also passed away on the 17th of March 2018 at the age of 90. Her father was a companion of the promised Messiah alayhi salatu wassalam, Mir Ilahi Bakhsh Sahib from Shekhapura, Gujarat. He did the Baitul in 1904. Her mother, Maryam Begum Sahiba, was educated from Madrasatul Khawateen, Qadian. She had great passion for the study of the Holy Quran. Salima Mir Sahiba got married in 1946, and after the partition of the subcontinent, she moved to Karachi. And in 1961, they moved to Iran, where there were a few Ahmadi households, and so they made arrangements for the Friday prayer there, and also for other gatherings. In 1964, her husband passed away, and so she returned to Karachi and stayed with her brother, Mir Imanullah Sahib. And while bringing up her 8 children, she also continued to pursue her studies and completed her studies up to a bachelor level. Along with this, she started to work in the Lajna office. She started working by replying to letters. and then served in various other roles for the Lajna in Karachi.
تعلیم حاصل کی ساتھ ہی لجنا کے دفتر میں کام کرنا شروع کر دیا ڈاک کا جواب دینے کا کام کیا
In 1981, when the Muntazima committee was formed by the administrative committee, Hazrat Khalifatul Masih III appointed her as the president of the committee.
1981 میں جب منتظمہ
She
کمیٹی کا قیام
states
عمل میں آیا
that when Hazrat Khalifatul Masih III announced my appointment as the president of the
منتظمہ
committee,
کمیٹی کی صدر نامزد کیا
at the time I was left in a state of complete shock as to how I would be able to fulfill this great
سے
responsibility.
جب مجھے کمیٹی کا صدر مقرر کیا
She says that on the one hand there was the obedience to the Imam,
جو یہ اعلان
but on the
کیا
other hand I
تو
was
میری
aware
کیفیت
of
تھی
me being unworthy of
میں
this
سکتے کے
and
عالم میں
also my
تھی
inexperience
کہ
to
ذمہ داری
undertake
کس طرح
such a
اٹھاؤں
huge task.
ایک
She
طرف
says that
کہتی
I
ہیں
began
اطاعت
to
امام
fervently pray to God
اور
Almighty.
دوسری طرف میری کم آئے
However, I
گی
started the work
اور اسی
and
پیمانے
quickly
پر کام
organized the meetings with
کرنے
Majlis
کا تجربہ بھی
Amla and began visiting the local
احساس تھا
Jamaats.
میں دعاؤں میں کہتی
And I
لگ گئی
spoke to them all about
گڑگڑا
the
کر
importance of
دعا اللہ تعالیٰ سے
obedience
دعا مانگی
and attachment with the
کام
Nizam
شروع
by the
کیا
administrative system of the
اور
Jamaat
مجلس
and
عاملہ کی
adopting
جلدی
true
جلدی
Islamic
اجلاس
morals
بلائے
and to strive
قیادتوں کے
against
دورے
harmful
کیے
innovations and to
اور ان کے
completely
سب کے
refrain from
سامنے
leveling allegations.
اطاعت اور
Some people
تنظیم
have
سے
the habit,
وابستگی
especially women,
اسلامی اخلاق
that even men
اپنانے
now are guilty of
بدعات کے
this,
خلاف
of
جہاد
leveling
کرنے
unnecessary allegations
ناجائز
against the
اعتراضات سے
Nizam.
بکلی پرہیز
However,
کرنے
she said that no kind of
مردوں کو
allegation
عادت
should be
عورتوں کو
made
خاص طور
in our
پہ
majlis.
اب تو مردوں کو بھی بہت ہے
And she also reminded them to
بلا وجہ
remain
اعتراضات شروع کر
profusely
دیتے ہیں نظام
engaged
پہ
in seeking forgiveness.
انہوں نے کہا
She
کہ
would
کسی
also
قسم کا
write
اعتراض نہیں
letters
ہونا
to
چاہیے
Hazrat
ہماری
Khalifatul
مجلس میں
Masih III. She
اور کثرت
states,
سے
God Almighty's
استغفار
blessings
کی
were
بار
such
بار
that
توجہ
the Lajna
دلائی
of Karachi began to progress.
اور مسیح سالس کو بھی خط
She
لکھتی
started her
تھی
work for Lajna in
کہتی ہیں
1961
اللہ
from
تعالیٰ کا
Iran and then in Pakistan as well.
تصرف ہوا کہ
And in
کراچی کی
1986,
جماعت لجنہ
when Lajna Karachi were
ترقی کرنے
rejoined
لگی
with the central Lajna,
تو 1961 سے جو
Hazrat
انہوں نے لجنہ
Khalifatul
کا کام شروع
Masih
کیا تھا
IV appointed
ایران میں
her as the president of the
پاکستان میں
Lajna for Karachi.
وہ 1986 میں جب لجنہ کراچی
She served
کا
as the
مرکزی
president for Lajna Karachi from 1986 to
دوبارہ الحاق ہوا
1997.
تو خلیفہ رابع نے
During her tenure,
آپ کو
a
صدر
lot of
لجنہ
work was done in regards to the publication of the
فرمایا
books,
اور
in which
1986 سے
60 books were
1997
published
تک
and 2 magazines.
صدر لجنہ کراچی کے فرائض انجام دیے انہوں نے
The classes for
لجنہ
Da'i
کراچی نے
Allah, i.e.
کتب کی
preaching,
اشاعت کے
was
سلسلے
started.
میں آپ کے دور میں
And
بڑا
upon
کام
this,
کیا
Hazrat Khalifatul Masih
جن میں
IV
60
expressed his great
کتب اور 2
happiness
مجلے
and
آپ کے دور
stated
صدارت میں شائع ہوئے
that by the grace of God
آپ کے
Almighty,
دور
you
میں
are doing an excellent job
دائی
and
اللہ
prayers
کی
come
کلاس
from
کا
the
آغاز
heart
بھی
for
ہوا
you.
جس پر
May
خلیفہ
God
مسیح
bless
آپ
your
نے
long
بڑی
life,
خوشی کا اظہار
health and
فرمایا
happiness.
اور فرمایا
And may He greatly
کہ آپ
reward
بفضل
those
تعالیٰ
assisting
اچھا کام کر
you in
رہی
this
ہیں
world and the
کہ دل
next.
سے دعائیں اٹھتی ہیں اللہ آپ کی عمر اور صحت اور خوشیوں میں برکت دے
There are many accounts in regards to her work, and Hazrat Khalifatul Masih IV and Hazrat Khalifatul Masih III greatly admired her work.
بہت سارے ان کے واقعات ہیں کام کے خلیفہ مسیح رابع نے خلیفہ مسیح ثالث نے ان کی خدمات کو بہت سراہا
In one letter, Hazrat Khalifatul Masih IV wrote, I received your report for Lajna Karachi and your message of great devotion. I honor your expression of devotion and sincerity from the core of my heart. I am always praying to God Almighty for your success, and may He cause those days to return with even greater glory, the memories of which are very dear to
دل
me.
کی گہرائیوں سے قدر کرتا ہوں اور اپنے رب سے ہمیشہ آپ کے لیے بھلائی کا طالب رہتا ہوں اور یہ عرض کرتا ہوں
Salma
کہ
Mirza
پہلے
became
سے
a
بڑھ
widow
کر
at
شان
the
کے
age of
ساتھ بتا دے
36,
جن کی
and
یادیں
her daughter
مجھے
says
بہت
that she
عزیز ہیں
never heard any kind of words of impatience and ungratefulness expressed by her.
سلمہ میر
She would remain
صاحبہ
grateful to God Almighty
36
in
سال کی
all
عمر میں
circumstances.
بیوہ ہو گئی تھی ان کی
And
بیٹی
she would
کہتی
always
ہیں
think positively,
لیکن
and also wanted to
کبھی
see this in her
کسی قسم
children.
کی بے صبری اور ناشکری کا کلمہ نہیں ان کے منہ سے سنا میرا ہمیشہ ہر بات
Her
میں
daughter says,
اللہ تعالیٰ کا شکر
one day
ادا
my husband fell ill, and it was a terminal
ہمیشہ اس پر
illness.
سوچ رکھتی تھی اور بچوں
My
میں
mother,
یہ چیز دیکھنا
i.e.
چاہتی
Salma
تھی
Mir Sahiba, was with me,
ایک ان کی
and the
بہن
first
کہتی
thing
ہیں
she gave
بیٹی
me
کہتی ہیں
was a copy of the promised
کہ میرے
Messiah
شوہر
alayhi salatu
بیمار ہو
wassalam's
گئے
book, Malfuzat.
اور آخری بیماری تھی اور ان کی کہتی
She
ہیں
then
کہ
said
یعنی
that
سلمہ میر
after your
صاحبہ
father
میرے پاس
passed
آئی نہیں
away,
تھی
I have
جو
spent my
پہلی
life
چیز مجھے
with this
انہوں نے دی
Malfuzat
وہ
and
ملفوظات
left everything with God.
اور حضرت مسیح مسعود حضرت مسیح علیہ السلام تھی
And she would
اور
always
کہا
say
کہ میں نے بھی
that
تمہارے
the
ابا
love
کی
of
وفات
God
کے بعد
should be superior over all other relationships of love.
ملفوظات کے ساتھ زندگی گزاری ہے اور سب کچھ خدا کے حوالے کر دیا
Her daughter says
اور یہ کہا
that
کرتی
when my
تھی
husband was
انسان
nearing
محبتوں
his
پر
last moments, the
حاوی
doctors
خدا
asked
تعالیٰ
me
کی
to
محبت
sign,
ہونی
but I
چاہیے
could not control myself and began to
کہتی
cry.
ہیں بیٹی
And whilst crying, my voice became louder. My mother also heard this, and at the time I was extremely distressed. Salma Mir Sahiba was also sitting there, and the husband of her daughter was nearing his death, and the daughter was extremely distressed. She says, when I was about to leave the hospital, I went to my mother, Salma Mir Sahiba, and in a very strong tone she said, "You are my daughter, and my daughter cannot show such impatience. And so why did such a loud cry come from me?" She then said that the patience displayed at the very first instance is true patience, because everyone displays patience later on. Her daughter further states that she then told me that my husband belongs to God. He is the one who gave him to you, and now he has taken him back. After having 4 daughters, she gave birth to her first son, but a short while later he passed away. She would say with great forbearance that he was the trust of God, and now he has taken him back. She would pray all the time. The children said that she would always give the advice in Punjabi that never detach yourselves from the Khalifa and always hold fast to Khilafah. She would also pay great attention to observing parda, i.e. the veil, and wherever she would see a shortcoming in terms of parda, she would explain in a wonderful manner that others would not be offended. One of her daughters says that my younger sister received a proposal for marriage, and the man said that I wish to see the girl before we begin discussions. She says that we told our mother that when presenting her, instead of wearing the niqab, i.e. the full covering, our sister should wear a headscarf, and our mother immediately answered that this proposal is for my daughter. The one narrating this is her daughter, and is speaking about her younger sister, and the one who proposed to her. She states that my mother immediately answered that if this proposal is to happen, then so be it. But it will not happen without the niqab. Then one of her granddaughters had a driving test in London, and the instructor was a man. And so Salima Sahiba sat with her, saying that I will not allow you to go alone with a man. Others scoffed at this, but she paid no attention to the world. Whenever someone would get a headscarf or a niqab, she would always say that there is a book for Lajna in which there are all the instructions of the Khulafa. And the name of the book is Orniyo Waliyon Ke Liye Phool, that flowers for those who cover themselves. So she would say that if you wish to buy a flower, then you must also buy an orni, i.e. a garment used to cover oneself. And the flower is for the one who covers up. Then one of her daughters says, in fact her granddaughter says, that when I was about to get married, my grandmother handed me a book of Hazrat Nawab Mubarak Begum Sahiba, underlining the advice in the chapter about sending off for daughters, and told me to read this again and again. She then says that my grandmother did not like unmarried women attending any function which ran till late night. During our college days, whenever there was a function at my friend's house, she would also come along. Nowadays, many women write to me saying that they wish to spend the night at someone's house. This is absolutely wrong, and our young women should avoid doing so. She also says that if ever we missed the Fajr prayer, our grandmother would not speak to us the whole day, and this was her biggest punishment for us. Then on one occasion, she travelled to Chicago for a function. One of the ladies turned on some music and stood up in a manner as if she was about to dance. And so she went from behind and held her and said, "Turn the music off. Do you not know what is said about those women who dance?" She also brought up a young Christian girl, and she taught her prayers, various moral codes. In fact, she would say that she had become half Ahmadi. Then Amtul Bari Nasra Sahiba says that God Almighty enabled Sister Salima Mir Sahiba to serve Lajna Karachi for a very long time. And though she no longer remains in this world, but those who have been trained and are serving Lajna in various parts of the world will thus keep her name and work alive. Her name is associated with the example of doing excellent work.
लेकिन आपकी तरबियत याफ्ता मेंबरात दुनिया के कोने कोने में लजना
She
के
further
काम करती हुई
states that she would
आपका
greatly
नाम और
oversee the
काम जिंदा
work and
रखेंगी।
would teach how to do the work.
उसने कारकर्दगी की मिसाल
She was
बन
not
गया आपका
concerned
नाम।
about her own praise for her name. Rather, she wanted those working with her to be trained in how to do the
और
work.
हमेशा कहती हैं बड़ी सरपरस्ती किया करती थी, काम सिखाया करती थी, अपना नाम
She also greatly encouraged her team when they were working for the publication of the
कि
books.
जितने उनके साथ काम करने वाली हैं उनको किसी तरह काम आ जाए। और किताबें की इशाअत जब हुई है
She would often have to travel abroad in the latter part of her life, and therefore, in order to not let it impact the Jamaat work, she herself wrote to the headquarters and requested for another president to be appointed. She then called a meeting in an excellent fashion and put flowers around the newly appointed president, Mrs. Bhatti Sahiba, and then seated her on the main chair and delivered a beautiful address regarding her services, and then told everyone to show complete obedience to her. Thus, she took leave from her responsibility in a very dignified manner. She further writes, such a wonderful way to leave an official post. This is also a lesson for those who sometimes get removed from a particular office or their names are not approved, and subsequently they start to criticize. If one receives an office, then alhamdulillah, all praise belongs to God, and if they don't, even then they are grateful to Almighty and search for other ways to serve the Jamaat. However, it should not be the case that one only serves the Jamaat if they receive an official post. She then further writes that she would deal with all matters rationally and quietly. If one would confide in her about something personal, one would never be afraid that it would be disclosed. She would keep the matters a secret, and Abdul Bari Nasir Sahiba writes that she managed to keep all the secrets to herself, and this was a great attribute of hers. This is something that is found less and less today, even amongst men. Abdul Noor Sahiba from Karachi writes that Salima Mir Sahiba was an affectionate and selfless woman. She had a poised sense of character and would always keep herself in the background and instead promote the works of others. She was always smiling and a cheerful person. Alongside a beautiful countenance, God Almighty bestowed her with a beautiful and gentle heart. She further writes, when I was appointed as Sadr, i.e. local president, I said that this area is vast and I do not have any experience, and nor do I have any conveyance. She said to me, do not worry, my daughter lives nearby, so whenever you wish to carry out visits, simply inform her and she will send her car. Or you can just inform me. But you do not have to worry about anything at all. She was extremely humble and would work alongside her other team of workers. One of the Secretary Ishat of Karachi states, I have had the opportunity to work with Sister Salima Mir Sahiba since 1986. I always found her to be someone who would look after the poor and always had a balanced temperament. On one occasion, a passionate female worker who had distanced herself from the Jamaat for a particular reason fell critically ill. When she came to know that this lady had a few precious relics of the Jamaat in her possession, with the prayers and under the instructions of Hazrat Khalifatul Masih IV, Salima Sahiba supervised the process of contacting the lady with great wisdom. However, before they could obtain any of the relics, that lady passed away. Salima Sahiba contacted one of the relatives of the lady and said, if you find any items of such description, then we will be willing to pay any price in order to acquire them. This was because they were artifacts with the great historical importance belonging to the promised Messiah ﷺ. Later on, a large storage box was found which contained handwritten letters of the promised Messiah ﷺ and also some writings of Hazrat Khalifatul Masih I. Contained within was another box which had great historical importance which Salima Sahiba obtained with great wisdom from that lady. During the whole process, Salima Sahiba also arranged for the medical care for the lady who had become distant from the Jamaat. Every person who has written about her has said the same things, that she was a very honourable lady who always demonstrated a great resolve and patience. She was a model of excellent morals who had a strong connection with Khilafat and always encouraged others to also establish a connection with Khilafat. She would carry out virtuous deeds and advise others to do the same. She would advise everyone in the same manner, whether they were close associates or others. It was not the case that she would only advise her own children. always guided her daughters in all matters and had firm belief in Allah the Almighty. She was someone who was always content with the will of the Almighty. May Allah the Almighty elevate her status, and may He enable her children, i.e. her daughters, to further advance her virtuous deeds.
Allah Ta'ala ki raza to har waqt razi hone wali. Allah Ta'ala inke darajat buland
And after the Friday prayers, I will lead both of their funeral prayers in absentia.
इनकी नेकियों को जारी रखने की तौफीक अता फरमाए। अभी नमाज के बाद, जुमा के बाद ये दोनों जनाजा गायब में पढ़ाऊँगा। الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله ونشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله عباد الله رحمكم الله إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون اذكروا الله يذكركم وادعوه يستجب لكم ولذكر الله أكبر